Alright guys, welcome to Athens. So we are finally here and we are at one of the 18 archaeological sites in the whole of Greece, and this is one of the most important ones. So as you can see here, that is the Acropolis of Athens. So Athens in general, right? Why is it called Athens? So back in the day there was a legend that there was a competition between goddess Athina, goddess of wisdom, and god of the seas, Poseidon, on who the city will be named after. So the king at that time, Cecrops, had something that they had to do. Goddess Athena offered the olive tree to the whole of city of Athens, and the king of the sea, Poseidon, put his trident on the ground, and he basically got the salt out of the sea and gave it to people. But in the end, the people chose to go with the olive tree that was given by goddess Athena, and that is why Athens was named after her. And in Greece, they don't call it Athens, they call it Athena. And a little story about Acropolis. Akron actually means on top of the hill or high extremity, and polis means city. So this city was actually built on top. This is actually the highest point of Athens. So it's actually a steep slope up. And that building you see there is the Parthenon. So Parthenon is actually the main structure that was built actually again by the king, honoring Athena, their goddess. So we're gonna check that out today. And just a few fun facts about Athens and Greece in general. The term marathon was coined because a Greek soldier, Theodipidus, ran from the city of Marathon to Athens to provide a message, which is roughly around 42 kilometers or translated to 26 miles, which is what the word marathon was coined after. And another fun fact about Athens is it is one of the ancient capitals of democracy. And I think the modern democracy was started here roughly around 500 BC, and people had the right to vote for their laws, and in turn giving rise to democracy. Another fun fact, Athens has actually been through monarchy, a democracy, communism, socialism, everything. So it has experienced it all. So let's go inside and let's find out more history about Acropolis. So let's go and check it out. We are here at our first spot. Let's check it out. So this is where they had olden day entertainment, and now I think it's used as a concert hall. The wall is actually the original construction, and I think this seating was built in the 1960s. But this is the actual construction. Let's go towards the Acropolis. That is the magnificent Parthenon. One story and association that I have with Parthenon is when I was a sports secretary in my college back in India. My sports team was based on ancient Greek sport and Olympic. Our theme was actually called the Parthenon. So whoever remembers would remember that. And this was actually one of our pieces of logo on our festival's pamphlets. It's surreal to come to the real location. Let me quickly read about this. This is a temple that was dedicated to the goddess Athena. There's huge tours here coming towards Parthenon, and obviously you cannot go inside. It's cordoned off because of this construction. They're trying to restore most of it, so you gotta respect that. And this is the entrance that we came from, and that's the whole city of Athens. The temple is actually called Parthenon because this is a temple dedicated to goddess Athina, Parthenos. That's her last name. This is actually a Athena temple. It's where she was worshipped. Built after the Persians had also sacked in 480 BC. The Greeks wanted to re-establish themselves in this area. And there was a high gold statue of the goddess, which is not preserved, or which is not here at this point. But that is what it looked like. This is the old temple of Athena. So let me show you a panoramic view again. So that is the old temple of goddess Athena. That's the entrance we came from. This is the Parthenon, which is the bigger temple of goddess Athena. Most of these were destroyed when the Persians actually bombed this place, and this was actually under the Ottomans, and they had stored gunpowder here. So that exploded and a lot of these were demolished. But you see that there are two colors that you see. The whiter color is what the original one looked like. The brown misty color is what it needs to be restored. I think the restoration is in progress. So I think once they restore the whole thing, it'll look something like that. So this is the back side of it, and unfortunately the bigger statue of goddess Athena was missing and never to be found. This is the most elevated part of the city, most likely built for being a fortress and a safe haven and to guide all over the city. And even today people in Greece believe goddess Athena is what blesses their city and takes care of them and guides them and protects them from all evil. So that is the story of Acropolis. That small structure that you see right there is the temple of Athena Nike, which is number 4 right here, right behind the entrance. That was the main number 10, which was Parthenon that we saw. Number 12, the temple of Roman Augustus, which is where the lookout was, or maybe I think that's down. I think we'll go there. Number 3, that is Propylaea. And number 1 and 2 were actually down, the West Gate. And we are going towards the theater of Dionysus. Let's check it out. This was supposedly the bronze foundry. And these are some of, let's see, this is the limestone stele with votive inscription, 375 BC. Heading towards this. Let's go. This is the theater of Dionysus. It's a place where the ancient theater was born and developed both for artistic and architectural concept. This was the cultural center where theater and arts were kind of like incorporated in our modern day. This is another location where they actually have the remains of the statues of the gods. Let's see what some of these mean. This is Papa Silensos from the Theater of Dionysus. Alright, so we're just walking across, like a 5-minute walk from the Parthenon and Acropolis, and across to Temple of Zeus, Temple of Olympian Zeus, or it's also called as Olympian. It is literally huge. And I'm going to enter the Temple of Zeus through the Hadrian's Arch. So I'll show you one more view. That's the Hadrian's Arch, and you can see right back in that mountain is Acropolis, which is where we were. We are at the second biggest spot, which is archaeological site of Olympian. So this is like the gateway to that entrance, and that is the temple. Again, they have restored a bit of it, but just imagine this complete with the roof, the pillars just make it look magnificent, and one pillar is actually fallen all the way there. And as you can see, this is not a monolith, like they haven't carved the single pillar of one stone. Like you can see that the one that has fallen, they've actually stacked it on top of each other and made it into that huge site. And as you can see, if you turn around, that's the Hadrian's Arch, and you can see the Acropolis right there with that huge Greek flag. So it's a beautiful view. So I was telling about how goddess Athina gifted olives or olive trees to the Athenian people all across Athens, or Athens, however you want to say it. You will actually see olive trees. It is literally in every corner. So that is the reason why the king chose the patron god of this town to be Athena. I think the Acropolis Museum is not included in the 30 euro ticket, but I think it's just 10 euros, which is fine. But I think they have a lot of cool stuff. I might not be able to record things inside. I'll see if I can, but at least I wanted you to see how to get there. It's right down the entrance from the Acropolis itself. Let me see if I can show you something from here. Yeah, so there are actually ruins inside. This is the coolest thing I've seen. A museum actually preserving the whole ancient neighborhood and city underneath its modern structure. So we are here at our third biggest spot, the Roman Agora. So it's actually usually 8 euros if you buy it separate, but since we have the 30 euro ticket, this is included in that, and actually it's worth it because Temple of Zeus was another 10 euros, this is another 8 euros, and Acropolis was 20 euros. So this covers all of it. So let's check it out. Thank you. Look at this. So Agora is usually like a square, similar to what we saw in Split, the center square. And I think these are all the Roman ruins, the Roman version of this place. I'll just show you this. All of these actually used to be hustling and bustling center square during the Roman Empire. But now it's preserved, and you see these are some of the old artifacts. I will go and show you a quick history. People are actually reading there. So, and if you see on top of your screen is Acropolis right there, and this is the Roman Agora down here. That's the entrance. And check it out. I will walk you through each of these once I get a brief. 8 actually is the basilica, where you see some remains of it. I'm not sure if you can go inside. Number 9, actually right behind it, is the mosque. I think that's the story of this place. Yep, a lot of this was conserved by the Greek government. They did a great job. I don't want to take the camera inside, but yes, this is the Roman church. And if you have your ticket, you can go. So, looks good. Let's go to the entrance. The ticketing office is here, sir. This is the Hadrian's library. So that's kind of a few places that we did. Acropolis and its slope, we did this in the morning. Ancient Agora, we passed by this right here. Roman Agora is what we saw before. Hadrian's library is where we are now. So we did 1, passed by this. We're gonna go here in detail 3 and 4, and then Olympian we did in the morning. Number 5, sorry, this, and that's it. So we would be actually be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We cannot do these 2. We just unfortunately don't have enough time. A lot of it is actually restored, so you can see the newer columns are actually restored, and then the ancient ones are still having those. Yeah. So this is the Hadrian's library. So if you remember, near the temple of Olympian Zeus, the Hadrian's arch. So this is part of his era and his constructed library, but which is again in ruins at this point. But we get what we get. And I will share a lot of the history and the links to the history of this in our description below, so you can go and check it out if you're a history buff and read about that in detail. So we were right there. Actually, that is the Roman Agora. You see that dome, which is the Turkish mosque, and right behind in the scene with the Greek flag is the Acropolis itself. The mosaic, the Roman mosaic. Actually, we saw this in Croatia too. They have left that in many places. This is the base pillar of base of a pillar, and this is where the Tetrachon church would have, been standing. 4 pillars right there. But yes, I will add links in the description, so go check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's all of Athens for you. We covered the Acropolis of Athens, all the sites inside Acropolis. Then we passed by the ancient Agora. Then we went to the Acropolis Museum, then to the Roman Agora, and then to Hadrian's library. And that will be all of it in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like history. You'll definitely enjoy it if you come to Athens. And take care, keep watching. We got a recommendation by another YouTuber. He came to this place called the Greco's project in Plaka, and they have an extensive Greek traditional menu, as you can see. Rolamads, so I think this is grape leaves, and inside there's rice, and it's served with like a yogurt based sauce, and they've given us some pita bread, so we're gonna try that. This is deep fried feta cheese with honey and sesame. Moussaka, but I ordered the vegetarian one, so it's with soy, and it is smoking hot. I'm just gonna open it up for you, show you. It is filled with eggplants, soy, and vegetables. Amazing. Alright, so we ate at this place, the Greco project, and this is Mikel.
Hello, hi.
And he just wanted to say hi and do visit the Greco project in Plaka.
Monastiraki Square.
Monastiraki Square, and say hi to this guy and he'll take care of you. So, and this is their restaurant. Alright. So, alright, you'll be featured. Take care, buddy.
Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
Now I'm famous.
Yes. Bye. Bye. You're welcome. Bye.